Showtime! Spider sense is tingling. Hey! This should be interesting.
Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and welcome back to another action figure collection display update video. So yeah guys, it's probably going to be my last display video of this year. As of recording this, it is literally Thanksgiving morning, but you guys probably aren't going to see this until a couple of days afterwards. But I got my collection here, and there have been some significant updates that I'm going to show you guys. But first things first, let's light this up a little bit. There we go. And let the tour begin. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to go down to the lower right hand side, show you guys something new here. Down here is my video game shelf, guys. This is pretty much all of my action figures that I got that come from or are associated with video games for the most part. And you're going to see a couple of new things here now. Primarily, I set this shelf aside for my Street Fighter collection. Most of these are from Jada Toys, except for the Ryu and the Akuma that I have right now. They're SH Figure Arts. I already got the Jada Toys Guile and Cammy. They're going to be coming sometime next year. I got them from Big Bad Toy Store, so they're already in my pile of loot. But you know, Christmas is coming up and all that, so I'm going to hold off on getting those shipped to me until afterwards. Got my Mewtwo, which I'm really happy with. Got that off of Amazon for a pretty decent price. He was around like $16, $17. My vinyl Pikachu. I used to have a Bandai Model Kits Pikachu action figure, but unfortunately he broke. So this is literally all I have at the moment. It's kind of a bummer because I wanted to use Pikachu for some more stop motions, but I'm gonna have to get me some new Pikachus to make that happen. Of course, got the crewmates here from Among Us and some imposters. I don't know if I'll get any more. I've really been trying to get the red imposter. As you guys can see, I already have the red crewmate here. And I got my only two Overwatch characters at the moment. I mostly got these two because I used to play a lot of Overwatch with my friends, and the Hasbro line of Overwatch action figures that they made, they're actually fairly easy to get. They're not really all that pricey, so I might end up getting a couple more. Probably definitely gonna get Lucio. I used to play a lot of Lucio when I first started, and you know, we'll just see how that goes. Down here we got Steve from Minecraft. Gotta go ahead and tell you guys right now, never played any Minecraft at all. I prefer to watch other people play Minecraft. I just find that more entertaining. And of course we got Axel over here from Streets of Rage, from the Sega line that Jakks Pacific has been making lately. A lot of speculation about the Jakks Pacific Sega line. I really look forward to seeing what they're going to make in the future. Hopefully we'll get a decent spread, you know, of Sega characters, not just a bunch of characters from one in particular franchise. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that in the future. Of course, got Figma, Link down here. Really like him a lot. I'll probably be putting him in a more dynamic pose the next time you see him. I've been trying to do that a lot more with my shelves, put my characters in more dynamic poses. The only reason I don't do that all that much is because the more dynamic the pose, the more space they take up, and then you can't put as many characters down there. But you know, I know some, you know, collectors prioritize posing and stuff over having a bunch of characters, and then some people are vice versa. I try to switch it up every now and then to keep it interesting. Speaking of which, let's move over here to the other side. We're going to move over to the left here. And this is my I'm gonna call it my professional wrestling shelf because there's a couple of people on here that are not WWE. Most of them are WWE. Some of them are AEW. It's kind of hard to keep track because a lot of them keep switching sides. But yeah, since the last time, because I did put these guys in storage for a while now, but I started back into collecting some of them. As some of you may remember, I usually don't collect wrestling figures unless it is a character that has a certain like gear, a certain look that I prefer, and then if not, then I just don't buy them. But I recently got this AEW Cody Rhodes, which I'm very happy with. Really cool looking figure. Can't remember if I showed you guys Hook or not, but he's another one of my favorites that I currently have in my collection. Got Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, The Rock, John Cena. I did order a Jey Uso, but he is not here yet. I'm planning on getting at least, the OG bloodline. Roman Reigns, Jey, Jimmy, and Solo at some point. I used to have a Roman Reigns. I ended up getting rid of him. So I'm good to need to get me a new one at some point. But yeah, I think out of all these figures, probably think some of my favorite ones, definitely like this Okoro. This is also an AEW. This is a Jazzwares figure, Cody Rhodes. So he's definitely one of my favorites. Also really like The Fiend, of course. Like doing stuff with The Fiend. And probably Alexa Bliss. Just because I like posing her more than my other female figures. Because Alexa Bliss is an ultimate, so she has more joints for me to work with than the other ladies. They're all elite, so they don't have as many joints and posability as Alexa Bliss does. Speaking of which, I should probably put her in a stop motion at some point, so stay tuned for that. You're going to be seeing a lot more wrestling action figure stop motions from me moving forward. But enough about that, let's go up one to my Fortnite shelf. So I remade the Fortnite shelf, guys. As of right now, these are all the Fortnite action figures that I have. We got Peely over here playing a game. And we got Chaos Agent, who keeps falling over. I'm not kidding you guys, no matter what pose I put him in. I even put some sticky putty on one of his feet, but now I see that I'm probably going to have to put some on both of his feet because he literally keeps falling over. He's going through the General Grievous effect now, where General Grievous would always fall over like all the time. But I also got some new stands. You might not be able to see it, but Alexa, or not Alexa, I think it's just Alexa. I actually don't have the skin in Fortnite, that's why I didn't remember the name. I got some new like kind of thin black stands. They don't stand out too much, and they seem to be pretty sturdy enough to where they can hold up figures that aren't, too heavy. But I really like that a lot. Of course, I got probably my two favorite figures in my collection, Black Knight and Drift. They're both from Jazzwares. Really like those figures a lot. Also, Meowscles, really solid figure. And I got Sky. I got both versions of Sky. I got her default variant, and then I got the green one, which is my personal favorite. So yeah, I'm really happy with this collection. I don't know if I'm going to be getting any more. There's a couple of characters that Hasbro has made that I want to get. I still haven't gotten Metal Mouth. He's more of a tactical kind of soldier, so I'm probably going to get him at some point. Might see if I can get one from my brother, my older brother, because he bought two. And come on, he doesn't need two. Give me one, but yeah, let me see if I can't fix this Chaos Agent, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I put some sticky putty on both of Chaos Agent's feet so he shouldn't fall over. I noticed he wasn't really falling over until I gave him that specific gun. I don't know if that exactly is what's making him fall over, but he seems to be good for now. So let's go ahead and keep going on with our tour. We're going to move back over to the right, and we're going to go into my marble shelf. And as you guys can see, my marble shelf is pretty stacked. We got some heavy hitters. We got Thanos, Blackheart. Blackheart is a Build-A-Figure from the, I believe it's the Tales of, I can't remember if it's Tales of Suspense. I don't think it's Tales of Suspense. It's Tales of something. It was a wave that you could, I ordered most of it off of Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store. But I really wanted this Blackheart, and he looks awesome. Can't wait to get my Ghost Rider, because I did also pre-order a Ghost Rider, the one with the bike, which now that I think about it, I don't know if I want to display the bike on this shelf somehow, or display him over at my, because I do also have like a little I guess an entertainment center where sometimes I put some of my bigger stuff at. But you'll definitely be seeing some major changes with this shelf in the future. This is kind of my definitive Marvel shelf. I try to put a little bit of everything here. Got X-Men, Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is kind of hidden over there. She-Hulk's blocking them for the most part. But this is an example of one of those shelves where I wanted to put as many characters on there as possible. And some of them do get blocked, so in the future I might try to see if I can put the characters in some more dynamic poses while also trying to get as many on here as possible. And this is one of my Marvel shelves. The other two Marvel shelves are designated to Spider-Man, and then one is for like X-Men. So that kind of helps to break it up a bit. But since this is my definitive shelf, I did want to have some X-Men featured, which you can see Cyclops and Astonishing Wolverine, which is a really good solid figure as well. Also got Wong over here. Really happy they finally made Wong. And yeah guys, I'm kind of gonna start slowing down with the Marvel collecting. I've gotten mostly all the characters, like Marvel characters that I care about. Like I said, I do have a Ghost Rider coming. I don't think he's the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, but I just like that look for him, for just Ghost Rider in general a little more. I also have the Punisher 2-pack with Bushwhacker that's supposed to be coming soon. And at some point I do want to get a Daredevil. And once I have that, my definitive Marvel shelf will pretty much be complete. There's still some pieces I want to get for my Spider-Man shelf and my X-Men shelf. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get there. But for now, we're going to move up one, which is actually technically not a Marvel shelf. So this is my movie shelf, guys. This is the part of my display shelves that was smaller than the other ones. So I wanted to put something there, but I knew I couldn't put a whole bunch of stuff there, so I put all of my characters, or like movie versions of characters. As you can see, I got the movie Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Really like how those figures came out. Knuckles is a little annoying because his head literally can't move because of how his quills are. But he's a pretty cool figure. And I got some Marvel guys over here. These are mostly all of my Marvel guys. I mostly buy like movie versions of Marvel characters to kind of be like background characters for my stop motions, which you'll be seeing a lot more of them in the upcoming stop motions, because a lot of my stop motions moving forward are going to involve like crowds of people. So you're going to be seeing that a lot more.
really like the Deadpool, and I got the Wolverine action figure. This jacket I got for him, I got it off of eBay, and I think it looks pretty good on him, so I keep that on. That Wolverine. I got the Hawkeye series, Ronin. Got Black Widow, of course. SH Figure Arts Captain America. And then over here, I got the Mafex Terminator. I can't remember if he's from 1 or 2. I want to say 2, but I cannot remember. And of course, I got some Indiana Jones figures over here. I got Indy. Got his dad, Henry Jones Sr. And of course, I got a short round. I want to get a couple more Indiana Jones figures for the shelf, but I also noticed that like Indiana Jones figures are also another good toy line where you can get characters to be like civilians. And of course I got Lightning McQueen because he's also from a movie, so I had to incorporate Lightning McQueen, guys. I primarily got him for another stop motion idea that I'm doing that may or may not involve racing, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, we're gonna move back over to the left. I'm going to reposition myself here because right now I'm sitting down. This is my anime shelf, guys, which is really small now that I have all my this is all the anime stuff I have, guys. I know, I'm sorry. Anime figures are expensive, especially if you want the really good ones that have good posability. I do want to use some of these figures for stop motions. I know that some SH Figure Arts, because a lot of these are SH Figure Arts, some SH Figure Arts are more fragile than others, so I do have to be careful when posing them. Over here, I want to go ahead and show you probably 2 of my most expensive SH Figure Arts. I got Phoenix Iki and Dragon Shiryu from Saint Seiya. I also have another Iki, but he's from like the Anime Heroes line, so no ab crunch, unfortunately. Probably not going to be using these guys for stop motions because one, they costed me a whole bunch and I don't want anything to happen to them. Like almost like $200, over $200. And also they're kind of fragile, so if you move them in the wrong spot, pieces will pop off and I gotta keep clipping them back in, and that's very annoying for me. Can you guys give me a second? I need to get a chair. Alright, I'm sitting down now, guys. I'm old. I would use my stand, but I don't feel like having to maneuver it and reset it and all that stuff, so I'm just holding it. But anyway, yeah, those SH Figure Arts, those Saint Seiya's figures that I got, really expensive, so they are specifically just for the shelf. Down here I got Guts from Berserk, one of my favorite anime figures that I got so far. And up top you're gonna see, let me see if I can say her name right, Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Really good series, I suggest you guys watch it. And of course Mikasa is literally like one of the best fighters in the series. Her and Levi, they're so cool, guys. I'm sorry. So funny story about Mikasa here. I ordered her from China. I know, guys, you're not supposed to order from China because you're gonna end up getting like either the most bootleg of bootlegs, or you're gonna not getting the figure at all. I understand, but fortunately for me, I actually got the figure, and I looked at a couple of reviews and stuff. This is it. This is the real deal. Unfortunately, she didn't come with any instructions, so I kind of had to look at other videos to figure out how to pop on all this stuff. I may end up using her for some stop motion in the future, but I'm not sure. She's kind of fragile. She's very like skinny and thin. While I was messing around with her, I accidentally popped one of her arms out. I was able to pop it back in, thank goodness, but I did pop one of her arms out, so I don't know if I'm going to be using her for stop motions. If you see some characters in my collection and wonder why I never feature them in a stop motion, it's mostly because either they're like really fragile or I just don't feel like using them. Most of the time it's because they're really fragile. But let's go ahead and focus in a little bit more on the Naruto figures, my favorite anime, one of the first anime that I watched all the way through. And I know I don't have a lot of them yet. Of course, got Team 7. I'm pretty sure this is Team 7. I remember in one of my reviews I accidentally called them Team 6. I'm pretty sure this is Team 7. Team 6 is, I can't remember who Team 6 is, I just remember Team 7, okay? And of course I got Obito over here. And I got some more guys coming. Pain, I pre-ordered Pain, I pre-ordered Shikamaru. So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to have in the future. For my definitive Naruto collection, I would really like to have the Konoha 12. Primarily, yeah, I would of course like to see them make like other characters, but primarily for me, like if I could only get the Konoha 12, I'd be content with that. And also up here I got Goku. Now this Goku is from a Bandai line, more cheaper than the SH Figure Arts, and I pretty much got him just to have some Dragon Ball representation on the shelf, because I feel like Dragon Ball is deserving of that. One of the most popular, if not the most popular anime / manga of all time. I just don't know if I'm going to be using him in any stop motions because he does not have an ab crunch. Now I feel like a good animator can kind of work around that, but it's just annoying to not have an ab crunch. Bandai, if you're listening, make the Anime Heroes line with ab crunches, please. I would literally buy a lot more of them if they had ab crunches. I'm not kidding. Speaking of people that have ab crunches, well, actually, okay, so this is Izuku Midoriya. He's from the Total Anime series, which I believe is being made by, I can't remember what toy companies make it. I want to say Jazzware. But I don't think they have an ab crunch either. But I just thought the figure was pretty solid, and it actually was a very decent price. So I probably will try to be using Izuku Midoriya in some stop motions. Also got All Might from the Anime Heroes line. Of course, no ab crunch. I mostly got him just to have All Might on my shelf because I think All Might's cool. Because I am here now. I also got Barnaby, who is from the Tiger and Bunny anime. I watched the whole thing on Netflix. It is actually very good, and I encourage anyone who hasn't watched it to watch it. Very good, guys. But if you want any of these Tiger and Bunny action figures, they actually have a good bit of them on Amazon. I don't know if I'll get any more. I might at least get Tiger. I thought he was a pretty cool guy. But yeah, in the future, I hope to have this anime shelf filled up a little more. There's a couple more toy lines that I want to get. I want to get at least, some Demon Slayer. Maybe a couple of Bleach characters. We'll just have to wait and see. But primarily this shelf is going to end up being mostly Naruto. So they're going to take up a good bit of space. Now let's go ahead and keep moving. We're going to go straight up one. This is my Clone Wars shelf. As you can see, because there's a bunch of clones. In case you guys can't tell, I love clones. Like, probably my two favorite things in Star Wars is Jedi and clones. And these are all my clones, guys. Alright, now I'm really liking this Halloween edition clone that they made. Unfortunately, he does not actually glow in the dark, and I know like the holiday figures are kind of really gimmicky and a lot of people don't like them, but personally they're there for people that are interested in them, and I was interested in this one. Not so much the other ones, but I found him very interesting, so I bought him. Got the Croissant Guard over here. I want to get at least one more Clone Shock Trooper for the shelf. Recently got Clone Commander Fox. I believe this is Clone Commander Fox. I don't think this is Thorn. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I finally got the whole Bad Batch. Well, not the entire Bad Batch. I still need to get Echo. Well, I'm not in a hurry to get him because he's not awfully hard to find. Crosshair and Hunter, my goodness. I remember they re-released them and then they sold out so fast. They finally got restocked on Big Bad Toy Store, so I snatched Crosshair from Big Bad Toy Store, and I got the Hunter from GameStop. It's got my Ahsoka's here, Clone Wars Ahsoka. I think this is the Padawan. This is, well, actually, this is the Padawan outfit that we see Ahsoka in starting around like maybe like season 3, season 4 of Clone Wars. And of course, this is the final season of Clone Wars, Ahsoka. And we got some more clones. Got the Umbara Trooper, which I find funny because in the Umbara arc, no clone trooper looked like that at all, from what I remember. Got Asajj Ventress, Aurra Sing. And this is Clone Armor Obi-Wan, which I believe Clone Armor Obi-Wan was a Walgreens exclusive, but I found them off of eBay back in the day. Got some more 501st Clone Troopers here. One of my favorite clone leaders, probably 501st and 212, probably my 2 favorite. Now let's go ahead and keep going up here. This is my prequel shelf. I figured I'd dedicate an entire shelf to the prequels, since these are the movies that I grew up with. Got Palpy. Oh, we got Grievous up here, who's actually behaving himself lately and not falling over all the time, so that's a relief. But we're gonna be getting a lot of very interesting figures moving forward. I've already pre-ordered Savage Press, who I'm probably gonna put down here with the Clone Wars shelf. And we're getting some more Jedi. They're finally making Shaak Ti and Luminara. I need to go check where I can pre-order them from, because for some reason they're still not up on Big Bad Toy Store. I think they were only on Hasbro Pulse, which I really hope they're not exclusives, because that would be stupid. Don't make Jedi that we need exclusive. But I'm really looking forward to that. Now you guys are probably wondering, where's the original trilogy stuff? Well, I'll be honest with you. I put most of the original trilogy stuff in storage. I didn't put all of it in storage because on the very tippity top is some of my other figures, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. So this is another one of my Star Wars shelves. It's kind of a compilation of a lot of different figures, but it is mostly original trilogy. Got some sequel stuff over here a little bit. Got Starkiller. Then over here we got some Mando, Ahsoka. But I was getting a lot of Star Wars figures, guys. If I displayed all of my Star Wars figures, they would probably end up taking up the entire shelf. And I wanted to display some other stuff. Like I said, I do like to switch it up sometime. It's not like you're never going to see the other Star Wars figures again. I will display them again at some point. But I wanted to display some of the other stuff in my collection. Got the Staff Speeder over there. Got the Scout Trooper over here. And they recently announced that they're going to be making a new Luke and Leia from A New Hope. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how those turn out. But yeah, guys, so that's going to do it for my Star Wars stuff. Now we're going to head over directly to the right. I know we're still at the top here, but I'm going to head over to G.I. Jane. I know what you're thinking, guys. There's only 5 figures. Trust me when I tell you, it is not going to stay like that for very long. I've already pre-ordered Cobra Commander. I ordered some Cobra Troopers. So they're going to be coming pretty soon. Here I got Jinx. Now this is not the Jinx that I'm extremely familiar with, because me and my brother used to watch the G.I. Joe, the movie, a whole lot growing up. So I wanted to have a Jinx for the shelf. They're probably going to end up making a Jinx from that movie, but until then, I'm using this one. Also got Lieutenant Falcon. And then I got Duke, Scarlet, and Storm Shadow. And they're all from the Retro line. Really like how the Retro line turned out. Really looking forward to getting some more. I'm definitely gonna need to get, I want to get like Roadblock, Spirit, Snake Eyes. I'm mostly gonna be focused on getting some of my favorite G.I. Joes. I'm definitely not gonna try to catch them all. This is a Pokemon, but stay tuned for this shelf because it's gonna be getting a lot bigger. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move back down. I'm gonna cut away, guys, because I need to close the window because I need some more light up there. Let me go close the window real quick before I start talking about the X-Men. To me, my X-Men. But yeah, guys, this is my X-Men shelf. As you can see, I have some of the more heavy-hitting X-Men. If you're talking about like the animated series, I got just about everybody, the core group from the animated series. Some of these are from X-Men 97. For example, the Rogue, Jean Grey, and Cyclops are X-Men 97. Wolverine and Jubilee, they're from the VHS line. And the Gambit, I believe the Gambit was a Target exclusive, but I got him off of eBay. I also got Wolfsbane, who I primarily got because me and my brother are trying to put together the Zabu Build-A-Figure. And we're almost done. We just need Icarus and then that Dark Thor. And then we'll finally have him. Got Moira McTaggart back here, which I bought off of a guy on Instagram. Got Morph, who's also from the VH line. Nightcrawler, one of my favorite X-Men. For some reason, two of my favorite X-Men are blue, which is Nightcrawler, Beast. And then my absolute favorite X-Men is Iceman. And over here we got Legion just sitting here. The only reason I got this figure is because I wanted to make a custom. I was going to try to make a Ben Cassidy custom where I pop this guy's head off and then get one of, I'm planning on getting an Arcade, which I feel like Arcade's heads kind of would look good for a Ben Cassidy character. I'm going to stick that on there and have like a fugitive Ben Cassidy, I guess, before he gets the symbiote. Over here we got Lady Deadpool, who I'm planning on making a Lady Deadpool custom very soon, so I don't know if I'm going to make a video on that. I've been thinking about making videos of me trying to make customs. Comment down below if you would care to see that, because if not, I'll just make it off screen and then show you guys later. Havoc, another one of my favorite figures that I got him out of a 2-pack, him and Polaris, but I didn't really care for the Polaris, so I got rid of her. And now Havoc's sad. I'm sorry, Havoc. I promise I will get you another Polaris at some point. I just need to make one that has good joints. And probably my most expensive figure on the X-Men shelf. This is the Mafex Magneto, which I feel like looks pretty darn good. Really like him a lot. We also got Longshot. We got Spiral. Then we got Bloodstorm, I believe, sitting over here. The only reason I got her was to get this guy down here. So, probably gonna end up repurposing her at some point. Also, over here we got Avalanche. I was on the fence about getting him just because I thought his face looked weird. But I was like, you know what? I need to start assembling the Brotherhood. So, let me go ahead and get Avalanche. I do want to get Pyro at some point. I might end up having to get that 2-pack. That Pyro Rogue 2-pack, which is probably not easy to get anymore. Also got Lady Deathstrike. And I got Phoenix down here, which I noticed has a smudge on her hand, and that's bothering me, so I'm probably gonna use a magic eraser and get that off later, because now that's bugging me. I do want to get, they did make a new Phoenix that comes with like this big like fire effect thing. I do want to get that at some point. and of course Professor Charles Xavier. So pretty good selection here. Like I said, I do want to start getting more villains. I do want to start filling out the Brotherhood, so I'm probably going to be getting, Sabretooth, Mystique, Toad, Pyro, and I do want to get, what's his name, Corsair, Cyclops' father, at some point. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for this shelf. It's not going to be filling up quickly, but it will be filling up. Speaking of another shelf, you want to keep an eye on it, my Spider-Man shelf. There hasn't been a whole lot of updates to this shelf recently. I did pre-order a couple of the Spider-Verse figures, so expect those to be in the display at some point. But really, I also want to start getting some more Spider-Man villains. I do have a good bit here. We got Smythe from the Spider-Man animated series VHS line, Hammerhead, Tombstone, Green Goblin. So it's not that I don't have villains, but there's still some more villains that I really want to get. I want to get Lizard, which I know they made a Walmart exclusive, which I kind of can't find now. I wish I bought it earlier, but I didn't because I'm a dummy. So I want to get Lizard. I have movie Venom here. I'm really trying to find a more comic book Venom, one with the actual spider symbol on him that I actually like. There's a lot of Venoms to choose from, so I'm just being picky. I just need to find one that I like. Over here we got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I do want to get at least one Tom Holland Spider-Man. He's not my favorite Spider-Man, but I do want to at least get one Tom Holland Spider-Man for the shelf. In case you guys are wondering why I have Human Torch up here, two reasons. One, Human Torch is actually one of Spider-Man's best friends. And the other reason is because I didn't feel like having two Human Torches down at my other shelf. So hope that answers that question. But yeah, definitely look forward to filling this one out a little bit more. Sorry about the cough, guys. Ooh. But yeah, that is pretty much gonna do it for my tour of my display. So I do hope you guys did enjoy that. And I got a lot of stuff planned, mostly in the stop motion department. I am going to be making a lot more stop motions moving forward. Now that doesn't mean that I'm going to neglect making videos like this, like display videos. Probably not going to be making any review videos as much anymore. Not that they didn't do well, but I kind of want to move away from that, because if I keep doing that, it might mess with the algorithm when I start switching and doing more stop motions, which is kind of what I want to be known for moving forward. But yeah, guys, if you have any of these figures, which ones are your favorite, and which shelf out of the shelves that I have is your favorite shelf? Well, alright guys, that is going to do it for me. Be sure to follow me on my socials, as you'll stay updated whenever I have plans to upload videos, as well as see exclusive videos like on my TikTok that you are not going to see on the regular channel. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.